Hi everyone, my name is Isabella Tai, and for today's persuasive speech topic, I will be discussing about tattoos in the workplace. Well, to begin with, tattoos have always been a controversial topic when it comes to the workplace and looking as professionals can be. In this day and age, employees are always being asked to cover up their tattoos because it makes them look less professional. However, the amount of people with tattoos is only growing, yet employers are reluctant to hire someone with a visible display of tattoos. Tattoos have played a big part with people representing, expressing themselves in many different ways. Even though there is a growing popularity of having all sorts of tattoos, a majority of jobs require strict dress code, meaning no showings of tattoos, colored hair, or anything out of the ordinary. It's all about staying true to yourselves and being comfortable in your own skin, in my opinion. With that being said, inclusivity should be spread throughout the workplace without receiving so much backlash. Today's culture is growing and allowing people to have tattoos and being able to gain a job or career. In this speech, I will discuss how having visible tattoos in the workplace can come off as a tacky look and the problems it may cause connecting to controversial topics like religion. Yet the idea as a whole should be looked at as a way of self-expression and many forms of art. Well, according to society, careers and tattoos don't mix with one another. And while this may be looked upon as an outdated look, employers still enforce the no visible tattoo rule to many of their employees. If you picture a perfect world, you'd be judged primarily on the merit of your work. This, however, is not the case. The idea of being educated leads you to more likely to not have any kinds of piercings or tattoos. In certain jobs like education, law enforcement, or healthcare, you never would expect to have any one of those kinds of people have big tattoos, big piercings, anything out of the ordinary, like I said before. According to a study by the Pew Research Center, 2,700 people were surveyed to get an opinion on the idea of tattoos in the workplace, and over 76% of people believe that a piercing or tattoo would affect their chances of being eligible for a job. This shows how society may view tattoos one way, but believe that the community as a whole is still very traditional and not accepting of bringing tattoos back into the workplace and normalizing it. Age groups have a very big impact on how tattoos or any visible kinds of marks are perceived. As tattoos have become more common amongst people in the workplace, there is still no legal protection for any kind of permanent markings. At the end of the day, the employer still has the last say on whether the applicant gets the job, and there is no exact form of discrimination, but in my opinion, I believe it as a form of discrimination. In a news article from BBC by Daniel Thomas, he explains how a big part of workers having visible tattoos is solely dependent on people's demographics and the controversy of where and what kind of tattoo is placed on the body. Well, body modifications, specifically tattoos, have become more prevalent in the recent years, at least from what I can see. And even though tattoos are becoming more common, there is still a stigma placed on individuals with visible tattoos in regard to the workplace in today's society to some extent. The president of the United Firefighters of Los Angeles County stated, "We don't allow discrimination based on the skin color, yet we came up with the policy that discriminated against people with color on their skin." With that being said, he is explaining more about how they judge people not of how you look, like how what your skin color is, but what is on your body. And that goes to show how having tattoos in the workplace is very much judged and could be a factor of how you would get a job. Many people include the topic of religion and judgment when basing off tattoos. An article by Mystic Owl Tattoo, it gives a brief description of how tattoos can be forms of expression, personality, and beliefs in many, many different ways. Whether it is to honor loved ones with a sentimental meaning or just because of interest, every tattoo does have a meaning behind it at the end of the day. And solutions and ways to help tattoos become more normalized in society. Well, due to how society is, there will always be the belief that tattoos are considered for lowlifes, and the amount of discrimination people have gone through. Just because ink is on someone's body and just because it makes them look unprofessional and may come off offensive doesn't mean that it's okay to judge you and sacrifice not getting a job or any kind of placement in this world. At the end of the day, tattoos shouldn't mean more to someone else than it does to you. It allows you to explain your inner self. And with that being said, it leads to more than just marks on the body, but create conversation starters, become trendsetters, and overall get remembered in this world. In conclusion, the fact that having visible tattoos is a problem in the workplace environment shows how traditional and non-diverse the workplace really is. It really shouldn't be so much as a controversial topic, but more like a preference of whether or not the employer would like you to have tattoos. Just like one's personal choices about hairstyle and color, piercings, makeup, and clothing, tattoos can be a more powerful form of self-expression. Employers have to invest for time to find ways to address the needs of employees who wants to proudly display their tattoos while working productively and preserving company's core values. A plan of action, in my opinion, should be to propose something neutral, that way that the employee won't take an offense. This time and age, in this present day, it shouldn't be so much as something very controversial, a topic that should be brought up very frequently. Any kind of person should have anything that they want on their body, as long as it does not come off as racial or discriminatory against anyone else. I believe that tattoos should be accepted in the workplace, and as long as it's your body, you could do whatever you want. Thank you.